This is Andrew, and I'll be interviewing my uncle Mark. So let me first talk to you about what the app is. The app name is called the Hangout Hub, which is an app designed to help teens and adults find and organize fun activities with friends by offering personalized AI-generated plans based on interests, locations, and time of year.
Okay.
So let's just start with some questions. Also, thanks for joining me today. To start, how do you usually spend your free time? Or I'd love to know, how do you and your partner usually plan date nights or outings?
Usually if our schedule's free, we, kind of just ask each other, hey, you want to go somewhere for dinner or go on a walk? That's usually how it's not really planned.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually more of if we're free.
Yeah. Do you ever run into challenges when trying to decide?
Oh yeah. I mean, if we don't have an idea, there's sometimes I'm in the mood for one thing, she might be in the mood for another. And then it's like, okay, well, now what?
Yeah.
So yeah, we run into that all the time.
Yeah. What is the best date or outing you've had recently? What made it special?
Well, I think we were just walking down Northwest 23rd in the Pearl. The Christmas lights are kind of up, and just we went down there with really no plan. But as we were kind of walking, we got hungry and got a little restaurant down there, and went in there, and later got a little ice cream down the street. So it was just fun, casual night. That was it.
So like when finding these places, like how do you usually find them?
Well, either we kind of stumble upon it, and if we're in the mood for it, but a lot of times it's word of mouth from friends. Somebody will suggest, "Hey, have you been to Multnomah Village and tried this restaurant?" Or coworkers, or we've been there before and we liked it.
Oh, nice. Do you ever get stuck in the routine of doing the same things?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely spots that we like Northwest 23rd is one of our spots. We love just going down there, and on certain nights it's busier than others, and the energy's cool, and so yeah, we definitely get stuck kind of doing the same things that we like, and then kind of forget about other places or other areas to explore.
So like, are you ever able to like break out of your routine? Or
Yeah, again, sometimes it's because of friends or coworkers that suggest, "Hey, have you tried going here or there? Go down to Division or Powell or Hawthorne or a different area, or meet us here. We're gonna go," and then we go to that area, and oh wow, we should come back here.
Are there any specific kinds of experiences you wish were easier to plan?
Definitely, I mean, sometimes the challenge again is what we're gonna eat. That's always a challenge because it depends on the person, the mood, and what someone may or may not be in the mood for.
Yeah. And then like, what do you try to find in a date? Is the most important thing the food, or is it more about the experience?
It's definitely food, but it's also cost. I think sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're not in the mood for cheap bar food, but we also don't want to spend an arm and a leg on an expensive meal.
Yeah.
Something in between that's good, and again, highly recommended, and all that.
How important is convenience when making plans?
Well, convenience, I think, is a time saver. So, times is a great thing. Because you're not spending your time figuring out where you're going to go and what you're going to do. So yeah, convenience is big.
If an app could suggest date ideas based on your interests and budget, would that be helpful, and why?
Again, I think it'd be helpful just because it would save a lot of time, and maybe if we are undecided, it might give us a suggestion based on maybe stuff we ate in the past or that we like typically. So yeah.
How do you would seasonal suggestions like a holiday light tours in December be something you'd use?
For sure. We definitely like seasonal stuff. Right now with the Christmas stuff, going somewhere where hey, maybe we can walk in this area and check out a tree or whatever. Always good to have.
How do you feel about like app features like group chats for planning and
That's hard because there's so much now that's at your fingertip. I mean, with texting, and it's hard to break into that. Looking on another app for messages would be hard.
Yeah.
I guess if they were prompted on your phone, but a lot of people will just text.
Yeah. And then like, how about like photo sharing stuff? Like,
again, that's hard because it's already built into phones.
Yeah, but I guess more with like the photo sharing thing, like it'd be more of like a place where you can like see other couples or other
Yeah,
people.
maybe within the app if there's photo sharing of the places that we've been.
Yeah.
But that might be helpful if we knew other friends went to that same spot and took photos there. Maybe what they ate or whatever. Yeah.
Would it be useful to have options for budget friendly or splurge worthy dates?
Yes, for sure. Always a point of that we need, whether we want to spend a bunch of money or just something kind of average price. Yes, always big.
What would make you excited to keep coming back to an app like this one?
Again, if it was helpful. So if it's an app that's helpful and useful, people will continue to use it.
Like, would it be like a time saver or?
I mean, it could be any of the things. If it's a time saver that we know it's a go-to app for finding what we like in a different area of the town, we would use it time and time again.
All right. Have you tried apps for finding events or planning things?
Not one particular app. So if it was all in the one, maybe that would be helpful. No, we a lot of times just Google search on, hey, Christmas festivals. We use Google or Yelp and look at reviews for restaurants in an area, but nothing that's on one main app.
Yeah. So like you use things like Google Maps.
Yes, Google Maps and
Safari.
Yelp reviews and yeah.
What's one thing that would have made those apps more useful?
Maybe more personalized toward us.
Yeah.
Like a Google Map that was personalized to, again, just kind of what you're talking about, I guess. That said, hey, you typically like to go to this coffee shop here, but here's another one on Hawthorne or whatever.
And then also like something that I've seen is like with Google Maps or stuff like that, is they're not always like, they don't always know like when things are closed or whatever, and that can lead to some like bad things have to happen. So maybe just like making up to date recommendations and yeah, so just more personalized and better, I guess, in a way. How could this app make planning fun and stress free?
Well, anything that's convenient like that can be helpful on dates. Always reduce the stress just with trying to find a place when we're undecided. If it's helpful, it would definitely help on the stress part of it.
For sure. All right, well, thank you so much for your thoughts. Is there anything else that you'd love to see in date planning app? Like it could be anything from like
maybe if there's like, I don't know, coupons associated with it or deals that are each restaurant, if it's showing you restaurants or things like that. Always be helpful. So again, you're not using other apps to find them if it's all inclusive.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, thank you for your time.
Sure.